In 1831, a volcanic island rose from the Mediterranean Sea. Ships sailed to it. Countries fought wars over it. Britain, France, Spain, and the Kingdom of Sicily all claimed it as their own. Then, it vanished, completely, without warning. And here's the part no one talks about. The island has reappeared 3 times since. The last time was in 2002. Right now, it sits just 6 meters below the surface, and geologists believe it could rise again, any day. The year was 1831. A fisherman off the coast of Sicily noticed something impossible. The sea was boiling. Steam rose from the water. Dead fish floated to the surface by the thousands. Then, over the next few weeks, something emerged from the waves. A black, smoking mass of volcanic rock, growing larger every day. Within a month, it stood 65 meters tall and stretched over 4 kilometers wide. They called it Ferdinandea. And within weeks, 4 separate nations had planted their flags on it, each claiming it as sovereign territory. Britain sent a naval ship. France sent a geologist. The island had sparked an international crisis over a piece of rock that had only existed for 30 days. But before any nation could settle the dispute, nature made the decision for them. The island began to sink. By January 1832, just 5 months after it appeared, Ferdinandea had slipped back beneath the waves entirely. The flags were gone. The dispute was over. The maps were updated. The world forgot. Or tried to. Because what happened next is where this story gets genuinely unsettling. In 1863, 32 years later, it rose again. Not as dramatically, but enough to be seen, mapped, and recorded. Then it sank again. In 1986, underwater surveys confirmed it was rising once more. Italian divers placed a ceramic plaque on the submerged peak, marking it as Italian territory, just in case. Then, in 2002, a British newspaper ran the headline, "Italy's new island, on its way up." Satellite images confirmed it. The summit was now just 6 meters below the surface. Here's what makes Ferdinandea more than just a geological curiosity. This island sits directly on the Strait of Sicily, one of the most strategically important waterways in the Mediterranean. Whoever controls it controls shipping routes between Europe and Africa. In 1831, that was worth a war. In 2024, it's worth even more. Fiber optic cables, gas pipelines, and military positioning all run through those waters. If Ferdinandea rises again, and scientists say the probability increases every decade, it will trigger a legal crisis that international law has no answer for. Because here's the thing, there are no laws governing islands that appear and disappear. None. The UN Convention on the Law of the Sea was written for permanent land. An island that vanishes doesn't fit any category, which means if Ferdinandea rises tomorrow, it belongs to whoever gets there first. The island is rising. The legal vacuum is real. And 4 nations, Britain, France, Italy, and Spain, still technically have historical claims to a piece of rock that doesn't exist yet. What do you think happens when it surfaces? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories the history book skipped, subscribe. Because this channel is just getting started.